Hello, gossipers. Take a look at this video from Inside Edition, and then we'll talk after.
How young is too young? A 6-year-old boy seen riding his scooter, someone reporting it to authorities. His parents say they never thought letting him go to a playground blocks away would lead to child neglect investigation. I spoke to them today. A 6-year-old boy goes for a ride on his electric scooter. With his parents' permission, he's heading to the playground to meet his friends a few blocks away. But mom and dad say a motorist stopped to ask the boy where he lived. And 2 days later, there was a knock on their front door. It was an investigator from Child Protective Services.
Is there a problem with letting him go to the playground?
How old is he?
He's almost 7.
So yeah, like he can't go by himself. Anything could happen, right? Like say he falls down and breaks a leg, nobody else is at the park.
We were just devastated.
I spoke to the parents, Mallory Shirley and Christopher Pleasance, at their home in Atlanta today.
How far is the playground from your house?
It's about a third of a mile, not even.
They say they actually had friends at the park waiting for their son to arrive.
What do you say to people who are like 6 years old is too young to be going by himself to the playground?
This playground that he's been to 1,000 times, he knows how to get there. He knows how to be safe.
The mom and dad say they were told by the investigator that a Child Protective Services case had been opened. 3 months later, state officials have finally informed them that allegations of neglect have been found to be unsubstantiated.
The parents get to decide for their own children whether their children have the capacity and ability to do something.
But they say the damage has been done.
Are you worried about what's going to happen?
Constantly worried. If we let our son go outside again, is someone else going to make a report?
The parents say they still don't know the identity of the person who reported them.
So, gossipers, let me ask you, how many of you would let your 6-year-old go out alone in these streets with everything that can happen? Could have got hit by a car. Someone could have kidnapped the child, could have fallen off his bike and break legs or something. And if you notice, when they asked the mother how far this park was, she's like, oh, like a quarter of a mile. No, for a 6-year-old, that's a lot. And that looks like a motorized scooter, right? So not only are you letting him walk or ride by himself to a park, he's on a motorized scooter. Now, people will say, oh, well, my 6-year-old, he's mature, he's that. No, 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 no. And they said that a friend was going to meet them in there at the park, that the friend is there. I don't believe that. Yes, he might have had friends there, but for the parent just to be waiting on him? No. And it sounds like it's something they do a lot. So if they're letting him travel by himself, how many times have this 6-year-old been left alone? Now, some people are going to say when they were 6, they stayed home. This is not the time or place for it. Or if you're doing it, you have to be very careful, right? But I would never, ever let my 6-year-old out of my sight without someone coming by to pick him up or someone come and they walk to the park together. I wouldn't even let them do the motor scooter unless I was around so I can, judge with the speed. If not, he would have to pack that up. The person who come to assist, put it in the car, and then when he goes to the park, hopefully there's a track or something where he can ride. And then again, a 6-year-old on a motor, come on. What about bicycle? They're different because with a motor one, you can gauge how fast you're going. With the bicycle, you could go slow. I don't know what people are thinking. And then just to make the excuse. So I'm wondering who called. Because you can see that this is not the first time. And they even admit it's not the first time. So maybe it's a neighbor or someone who drives past the home every now and then and always see this kid by himself on a scooter, and they're like, we're gonna have to alert the authorities because this is not safe. Again, accident, broken bone, kidnapping. In America, in the world, We just started 2026. You cannot leave your child alone. And I don't care if you're talking about you have a friend that's waiting for him at the park. No, he needs to be accompanied to the park. Since it's not a far distance, why don't you as a parent walk him there, hand him off to your friend, and it's like when he's done, call me and I'll pick him up, or you could drop him off. So it goes to show maybe he's also home alone. Who knows? Right? That's not what the topic is on. But to see that it's, again, a motorized scooter for this 6-year-old. And he looks like a 6-year-old. It's not like them 6-year-old that looks big and no. Even if they were a big stature for 6, no. Their mentality is not developed. Not even half developed. And to say that you trust your child, they know what to do, good, but no. It's not your child you should be worried about. It's those psychos that's on the street who wants to traffic kids, take kids and do whatever they want with them. Those are the one you should be worried about. So gossipers, I mean, this is a thumbs down for these parents. And hopefully now that they do admit they let the son at 6 go out by themselves, then, he's going to be on record for a while. And remember when the social worker said, how old is your son? And was it the father or the mother? Oh, he's almost 7. Like, adding on a year would make a difference. Not in that situation. Anyways, gossipers, what are your thoughts? And as always, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching and listening.